Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jenna X. Thanks for tuning in. We have a special guest today. We have Nexus Water joining us. They're having a very awesome NFT launch right now, and they have a revolutionary project on the XRPL, and it is talking about water waste. In case you didn't know, guys, we can use the blockchain to reduce water waste through transparent data tracking, efficient resource management, and incentivized conservation. Pair this with IoT sensors and it creates an immutable records of water usage and quality. So we're going to learn today how Nexus is fusing humanitarian aid, blockchain innovation, and renewable water technology. I'd like to bring up Josh. He's the founder of Nexus Water. Hey Josh, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you doing? Thanks for having
I'm
me.
doing I'm doing awesome. Yeah, totally. Welcome to the show. I'm really excited to learn about everything that you're doing because it's making a huge impact in the world. It's going to. That's the goal. And you're using the XRPL, so that's an added bonus. But Josh, if you could just go ahead and tell us a little bit about your background, and how you came up and decided to start this project.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for the intro. I grew up in California, where we have lots of water mismanagement and droughts. So just growing up, engraved in me was, conserve water, save water, recycle water, all of that. So it was ingrained in me from a very young age. And yeah, I was an entrepreneur young. I started doing construction, irrigation, water efficiency, and then I went back to school. I traveled out to Hawaii, to the University of Hawaii, and out there is when I came across a technology called an atmospheric water generator, and that's a machine that makes water from the air. So it pulls the humidity into the machine, condenses it, and turns it into liquid water. That's been quite some time now. That was 2015, and I've been working with that, selling those machines, doing a lot of grants and donation work, and have a few military and government contracts as well. So that's been quite an amazing journey, and been involved in crypto for 5 or 6 years or so now, and always thought that there had to be some connection between this water technology can literally create water from the air and the blockchain. So yeah, figuring out how to mint water when it's created renewably by pegging it to carbon credits is what I've come up with, and it's just opened the door to so many possibilities: humanitarian aid funding, transparency, ESG reporting. The list goes on and on. So it's really an amazing opportunity to blend two technologies and create this huge innovation.
Absolutely. Okay, are you allowed to tell everybody like where you're at right now and what you're doing?
Absolutely. Yeah. Right now, I'm in Paris, France, at XRPL Commons residency program. It's called Aquarium. So I thought that was also very fitting, aquarium water. So it was literally a perfect fit. And what better time than now to be building on the XRP ledger? I mean, there's so many new amendments coming out. There's so much excitement, buzz, lots of good news. So it's a great time to be exploring DeFi on the XRP ledger. We have XRP Fi now, MXRP, Flare, all of these assets, coming in with EVM compatibility. And yeah, no, it's an exciting time. Ferran from Pierces said at Apex that usually takes about 12 months for all this liquidity to come on a chain when it has EVM compatibility. So that was in July, but I think now with AI, we can promote that a little bit faster, maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months, maybe 3 months. So it's any day now. There's going to be a floodgate opened from liquidity from Ethereum and these other EVM compatible chains.
That's what we want to hear. We've
Yeah.
waited forever for XRP-Fi and all of those things. Okay, so we know about DeFi. Can you explain to us about refi, what that means, and how that works with what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah. Refi, for those who don't know, is regenerative finance. And what that is really, as far as the Nexus um, side of things, is being sustainable, and by doing so, being able to save costs or actually bring in revenue and then invest that back into the ecosystem. So Speed and Scale is a sustainability initiative that's taken a lot of traction recently. And what that basic concept is generating revenue through tokenization through an event by tokenizing water credits, for our example, and other things, and then that's creating revenue, and then that some of that revenue goes back into the underlying technology, which helps to speed and scale the whole industry. So yeah, regenerative finance could be anything built around sustainability, um, and yeah, other sustainable development goals and other initiatives that have come up. So it's focused on sustainability, resiliency, and and being sustainable in itself too.
Can you explain more about the tech behind things without,
Sure.
can you dummy it down for me though? Like,
Yeah.
talk to me like I'm a fifth grader. Just how does this work? And then how is your NFT integrated into it? Because I know that it's like a node, and I'm interested in all of the workings behind what's on the surface.
Awesome. Yeah. So the technology behind it is, like I said, it's really great timing for what we're building right now. We just had MPTs go live. We have dynamic NFTs on the XRP ledger. So these are tools that we can use to really strengthen this refi on the XRPL. There
Mhm.
wasn't a lot of um, tools available until recently. So we have some MPTs are semi fungible. They can they have their token, fungible token, but with metadata. So now we can track ESG scores with that. There's a lot of other things, and dynamic NFTs. Um, we're not so much looking at the mutability of the image itself, which we can change it can evolve. But what we're really focused on is the metadata. So being able to update live water feeds, water flow meters, water outputs, water savings, and bring that on chain. So now we can do that um, on chain. So that's huge.
Cool. Okay, can I bring up the NFT collection so you can we can show everybody and you can explain how that works? Because,
Yes,
okay, guys, in
absolutely.
case you haven't noticed, Josh is in the Expectorverse and so am I. We're broadcasting to you today live from the Expectorverse, and I really like your setup back there. It looks really good. You'll
Yeah,
have to
thanks.
give us the whole tour eventually. All right, let
Yeah,
me share, pull this up. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Okay. So guys, over here, we are at xrp.cafe. And if just so everybody knows, and I'm gonna pop up on a banner right now, um, this is the handle at Nexus Water underscore XRPL. So you can go to the Twitter page, well, X, forgive me, and they have all of the links there on the link tree and everything that you need to be able to find this. But Josh, go ahead. Run us through this collection and how you've integrated it into the Expectorverse and how the holders benefit and how it gives back.
sure, absolutely. So behind me is the showroom that we're building in Expectorverse. It's basically a digital showroom of our NFTs. So we have uh, 3D in-game objects, which the NFTs are. They can actually be placed in the metaverse. So they're more than just a image or MP4. They actually have um, in-game use. And the thing about the NFTs, as you can see, they are in-game assets, and they generate yield. So right now, there's going to be multiple portions of where the raised funds go. But first, it's going to go to funding a water station in Haiti, and then second, it's going to go into XRP-Fi. So there's a few top contenders, but for example, like Firelight, F assets, there's a few others um, that can generate yield, and then that yield will be given back to the NFT holders on a regular basis. So um, it's what I call earns to give. So you're supporting a good cause. You're bringing water to um, a compound in Haiti. They have an orphanage, school,
Oh,
ministry, and so that's going to bring clean water for them. so they don't have to worry about the quality of their drinking water. And then all those holders will be able to see some rewards for doing so, based on the other portion that's put into the XRP file. So those are just two of the things, but we're using xSpectar, the metaverse, as a gamification tool. So right now, these Nexus source node NFTs are a way that we can showcase what we can do in real life with decentralized physical infrastructure, DePIN. These are 3D versions. They don't look exactly like the real machines. These are kind of a futuristic cyber version of them. But there are machines that do exist that do make water from the air. And with these NFTs, they could be tied to real life projects, real life water stations, or individual water generators. And they can basically, with IoT sensors, be all that data be brought on chain. So that's going to be huge for impact evaluations and ESG reporting. So it's very tech heavy, but we're working on the UI as a portal to be able to make it as simple as possible to interact with. But the gamification makes it fun, and yeah. So there's going to be yeah. You can go ahead real quick.
Hang on, let me pull this back up. Okay, so minting them, I'm looking at this, it's 18 XRP to mint them, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Um, and then the ones that are for sale here, whoever buys them still has the benefits. You don't have to actually have minted it yourself, correct?
Oh, absolutely. And these are deals right here. I want to be as natural, organic as possible. I've been tempted to sweep the
Sure.
floor, but these are all assets that will be, tied to the XRP reward system. So these are all, not only going to contribute to the cause, but also, give you rewards. So these are all way under mint price. These were around the whitelist price. So these are
Hmm.
all a steal right now. So either secondary market or minting. So there's 5 rarities. There's
Okay.
common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. So it's a 5-point reward system.
Oh.
So that one right there with the lasers, yeah, that's a legendary. One of the most rarest that's been minted. I think 6 and 25 are the only legendaries out of 33 minted. So it's only 1% of the
Oh,
collection are
wow.
these legendaries.
So you're gonna get more, like obviously, the more rare it is, the higher the scoring, you're gonna get a bigger piece of the pie with the rewards and whatnot.
Yeah, and that's just a plus. So if you go back
Yeah.
and actually click on the URI, the metadata, you can actually see if you click on one of them,
Oh, okay. Whichever one. Let me go to,
anyone, yeah.
if I go here.
And then you scroll down and then click on the URI and the metadata, so you can actually see what I'm talking about here. We have
Oh,
water offset. We have, so each one is calculated. So this is a 5 point legendary. So it has a water offset value of 0.42 liters a day. So we're calculating that based on the total water station uh, generation capacity for each day, which is 500 liters. So a common is 0.08 liters a day, and
okay.
this rare, or this legendary, excuse me, is 0.42 liters a day. So then you have the ESG score based on environmental impact, social impact, and governance.
Okay.
And then there will be some things that you'll be able to upgrade those, like voting. The governance will go up. So it's at 95 right now. The only way to get that to 100 is by casting 5 votes in the DAO. So
Oh,
there's
wow.
some perks for participation. But this is really the meat and potatoes of what we're building, because um, that could be used for so many things in the ESG and the sustainability world. So that's really exciting.
Wait, so you have a DAO with this? I missed that part completely.
So yeah, so that's what. So part of the portal will be. So in this metaverse, I'll also have a portal to a DAO where there's going to be like a voting commons and things like that. That's still under development. But yeah, Wyoming DAO LLC has some of the best.
Great.
Yeah, some of the best opportunities. I met with some attorneys here in France that XRPL Commons had provided
Yeah,
that consulting with, and basically, yeah, I had it all lined up, or they basically confirmed everything. Wyoming is like the place to be. So Europe
very
doesn't
cool.
offer anything like that, so yeah, on the right track there. So that will be going through. I've had some talks with major NGOs from the European Union, and
Mhm.
there's been a lot of funding cut. So they're looking for innovative funding strategies. So selling NFTs and getting a badge for your donation, doing custom collabs with artists that donate their art, and raising funds that way. So yeah,
Cool.
so I'm opening up a representation of 3is.org. So they're a French-based NGO, and they were founded in 1901. So it's 3is.org, and they're looking for, because of the cuts, you have to be, to get U.S. funding, you have to be based in the United States. So they're really getting strict on that, and so in order to apply for like the Google AI, the Open AI, all these grants around sustainability and AI, they have to have a home base in the United States. So that's another avenue that we're going to have to be able to assist with funding the humanitarian aid goals. So not only will we be sustainable and provide funding, but we will also be partnering with other NGOs and bringing funding in the old-fashioned way. So it's really exciting.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. And I want to go back to this. You guys, not financial advice or anything. We don't give that on this show. This is all just educational and all that good stuff and entertainment. But I'm saying, listen, I've been around the XRPL for a minute. 11 XRP, guys, we used to spend like 500 XRP on the dumbest JPEGs alive. So this is 11. I like this, and you have potential to get a return. I nobody can tell you how much of a return because that would be illegal. But I think it's really cool, and I love that it's actually doing good. You're gonna do good with this. You're gonna help people in Haiti. I love this. This is what blockchain is for this kind of innovation and to do real world good. So I love that. Very awesome.
Yeah, I have an image. Maybe I'll share that with you. So I'm looking
Okay.
at, I'm shopping around the different models and generation capacities. So maybe I want to do 10 smaller machines that make 30 to 40 liters a day, or I want to do one
Okay.
large one that makes 500 liters a day. Let me show you an example of what we have. Just and then I have a meeting with a manufacturer in Spain next month, and then in December I have one of the best manufacturers I work with out of Switzerland. So it's like the Rolex of atmospheric water generators. Um, got some in-person
Wow.
meeting and on-site training with them. But yeah, it's really great technology. Let's see here.
You've been working on this for over 10 years though, right? Like the actual
Yes, yeah,
hardware. That's insane. Guys, he knows what he's doing. I love it. Did you just send me the picture?
yeah, I did. So
All
that's
right.
so
Let me pull
it's
it
an
up.
example. I work with over 10 manufacturers all over the world, from China to Switzerland. So there's some things that China does better. They do smaller. They've miniaturized the technology a lot better. And Switzerland has low energy efficiency and things like that. And I also have patent designs to start building my own as well. I've been working on these
Wow.
technologies for so long. I've actually upgraded them with my own filters, pumps, displays, UVs, better quality technology components. So I'm ready to build my own now as well. So part of Nexus Water will be creating our own R&D shop and creating our own technology.
So this literally pulls the water out of the air and makes drinking water.
Yeah, yeah. I have around 1,000 of these sold in Hawaii.
Wow.
Uh, so Hawaii is perfect because of the humidity in the air, high humidity. So like Florida, the South, that's really high humidity. So it makes a lot in Hawaii. So I have lots of customers. Got to do a relief effort in Maui after the wildfire. I was there 3 days after the fire, and I brought like a big one on the right on a trailer with a diesel generator to power it. I've done a village in Fiji. Um,
Mhm.
you can also look that up. It's YA Water Fiji on YouTube, maybe at another time. But that has a really great video of a village I brought water to in Fiji. 3 years ago, and they haven't ran out of water in 3 years. So that's huge. And I've gotten to do a couple of the grants for Lahaina, besides the ones that I raised. We have an Air Force contract that I completed and a DoD FEMA contract as well. So I got a good track record with, writing grants, doing contracts and things like that. But yeah, it's time to bring it onto the blockchain and really make a difference.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I was muted. I had to let my cat in. He was banging on the door. That's impressive. Government contracts, that's like super impressive. Wow. So let me see here. What else have we not covered yet? What
I
big
mean, there's
things? What
plenty
have we
we
not yet
didn't cover.
covered?
I mean, yeah, no, this is great. I mean, really the NFT is it's source node because it's going to be the source of, this entire Nexus ecosystem. It's going to start the humanitarian aid. It's going to start the ESG reporting, the showroom for, showcasing this technology. It's going to,
Right.
it's going to be able to provide liquidity, strengthen the liquidity of the NXS token. So maybe that's something I haven't talked about is the NXS token itself.
No, we
Uh,
haven't. We haven't.
so
Let's
the
get onto it.
NXS token is the utility and governance token of the ecosystem that will be used to pay out rewards that the XRP-Fi generates. It's going to be used to reward conservation. Oh, the API and the water conservation. So I've worked out a way, my Nexus portal right now, which is being worked on. It's pretty much got an MVP, but basically you can connect to the XRPL with your Zama wallet, and you can you can even upload your water bill,
Mhm.
and it'll extract the data, and it'll tell you, your usage, and you set a baseline for 2 years of water bills, upload those, and then every month that you have a reduction in water use, and this could be applied to energy use as well. But every time you show a reduction, then you get rewarded. Or you buy
Okay.
solar panels, you get an airdrop. You buy a atmospheric water from the air machine, you get an airdrop. Water from the airdrop, and so these are different ways to reward as well. Um, and there's the WTR and the ENG token. So those are like, it's the pillar. So the water, the name comes from the water and energy nexus, which is the relationship between water and energy. It takes water to create power. It creates power to transport water. There's always a
Mhm.
relationship between water and energy. So using the MPT tokens on the XRP ledger, they can create stable coins. They can be backed to gold, silver, um, you know, uh, backed by dollars or bonds, um, or they can be, in this case, they can be pegged to a carbon credit. So
Okay.
right now, the carbon credit marketplace is mostly filled with renewable, like solar, right? So generating solar and you get a carbon credit and things like that. Water, believe it or not, uses around 10% of the global electricity in the world. So 10%.
Wow.
And that
I did
isn't
not know
being
that.
right. And that's not being accounted for in any carbon credit uh, marketplaces or accounting. So there's an so we know the relationship between the water and the carbon, how
Mhm.
much carbon it takes, right? And then now Nexus is creating the formula to show how much energy it takes to make water, filter water, pump water, truck water, and then based on those metrics, we can see how much energy it's using, and then now we can translate renewable water directly to the carbon credit. So we're translating it from water to energy and energy to carbon. So that's never been done before. So it's really exciting.
Wow. That's impressive. And why did you decide to go with the XRPL?
Yes, that is a great question. So I've been a XRP fanboy and utility maxi forever. I mean, since 2020 at least, and I dabbled in Bitcoin and Ethereum before that. But when creating my token, I really took a strong look at other blockchains as well. So
Mhm.
I looked at, first and foremost, carbon footprint. How much energy does this blockchain use? the cost of the transaction and speed and everything. But that really ties back into the carbon footprint of the blockchain. So I looked at, Hedera, I looked at Corium, I looked at Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, for different things. Like this one has a carbon credit marketplace. This one has more TVL. This one has higher throughput.
Sure.
This one has, more smart features. But I've weighed all the options, and I wanted just decentralization, so other protocols maybe have more centralized, or they're in phase one of the decentralization, or they have a governing council that has a an overlord type of not true decentralized nature to it, as far as I know. And so that was really my my deciding factor, or deciding factors. But really, it came through, the carbon footprint and the decentralization. I really dug deep into what that means, and yeah, so that's how I ended up on XRPL.
And the XRPL has like, correct me if I'm wrong, but has it ever had any downtime? I feel like
Um,
if it has, it's only been
as far as I know, there was
not
one, but
notable.
it wasn't even. It wasn't like an exploit. It wasn't a hack or anything like that. But and I could be wrong on that. If it was even down, but I think it was, um, I don't know, minutes or something like that once or
It's a
something like that.
pretty tried and true chain in my opinion. So I think that you
Absolutely,
made a
yeah.
good choice. I want to go over and say hi to the chat. You have some fans in the chat. I want to say hi to everybody. Island Ghost, what's up? Pazzo, he's super happy about this. He said one of the most exciting projects on the XRPL, and I own 3 of these NFTs. Let's go, Josh. Hey,
Right on.
Alex, what's up? Alexandra G. So we got Boo XRPL in here. Mike, welcome, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody that's tuning in on X, we appreciate you. We see you. Um, yeah, let's keep it going. So I want to ask you a question about Dirk. You have been working with xSpectar. Have you partnered with them? What's their role in getting, working together?
Sure, we have agreements, and they're mostly flexible. He's just been a huge supporter of everything that I'm doing, and and vice versa. I really believe in his product and what he's building, and I see the vision, and
Yeah.
I'm using that as a tool to build upon and piggyback, or help champion users and experiences. So really looking at gamification. Really looking at how we can you know add campaigns, mission, side quests into the metaverse to bring people in, have something to do, maybe a little play to earn, a reward system. But lots of really fascinating things going on in the Web3 gaming space right now. So there's a huge opportunity for what they're doing, and the way they're doing it, the grassroots movement, the builders for builders. The support is amazing, but really everybody's kind of working with their own vision, and they
Yeah.
just have this huge template. So it's not just one person saying this is how we're going to build it, this is how it's going to look. When you come out with when a new video game comes out, it's like one team, but this is many teams, many people, many visions, many ideas, all coming out artistically and creatively, on this metaverse template. So I love it.
Sweet. I mean, everything looks great in there. Is it possible, like, to go in there now? Can people, if they wanted to go in and explore?
Yeah, absolutely. So the beta is free right now, and it's still open to beta testers, which I think allows you to roll around in an awesome Alpine supercar and
Oh, cool.
uh,
That's awesome.
do lots of fun stuff. That's not going to last forever. So get in there with this free beta right now. But yeah, so we have next to the Builders Academy, we have
Mhm.
all 5 of these source nodes positioned right there that you can drive up to. You can see the day and night cycle. At night, they light up. They're beautiful. Um, and the HQ, which is a big water drop building. Let me see if I can send it to you too. And it's got all these NFTs in it. It's got this showroom behind me. That will be going live with the next xSpectar update. So it has been uploaded,
Cool.
but there's other buildings going up and everything. So once they get a big batch of them, then they upload it. So
Okay.
that will be coming soon. And then you'll actually be able to see them placed differently, read about them. go into the xSpectar HQ. Yeah, and check us out. So yeah, looking for adding some Easter eggs, some play to earn type of functionality to make it more interactive and draw people in, see what we're building.
Which area are you at in the Expector verse? I have in Tokyo, I have a land plot. I haven't built anything yet,
Nice.
but that's
I
where I
got
am.
Tokyo too. Yeah, so
Did you? Okay.
I bought a 24 plot on the in Tokyo on the river right next to Rainbow Bridge.
Okay.
Or symbolic Rainbow Bridge, I guess, but it's like right when you come in, right along the water side, so you could put a
Okay.
yacht there, everything. So I'm pretty excited about that. But DS did put me in Marina for now until
Okay.
it opens up. So he's been a big help there. Um, I got some plans for I got plots in almost every region, I think. So I got a little something, to connect them all and have some fun and have a Hawaiian treehouse and beach region, which will be really
Nice.
cool. Got some fun stuff in store for that. But yeah, no, it's I got some side projects. I got Coded. This is a clothing brand that I started. Let's see if we can see the back here. Um,
Yes, with all the code
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
okay. Awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's trying to tokenize the uh, apparel and merch as NFTs, so you can actually wear it in the metaverse as well. Um, so doing some fun things right there for the clothing brands and stuff like that. So this is an example, but I want to be able to help, uh, you know, uh, up and coming or established clothing companies have a presence in the metaverse.
Sweet. I love that. That's very, very cool.
That's just some fun on the
Um,
side, but yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, why not launch a clothing line too, especially if it has to do with what you like to do. Um, I wanted to pop back. We started talking about water and ENG, and I kind of wanted to just go
Sure.
through that again. Because just of how you earn it, how everything with your MVP, whenever you're saying that people are going to get like their credits and everything like that, are they going to be snapping pictures and uploading it or showing you that way? How do they prove that they've done what they said that they've done?
Sure. So that is a fallback option. I wanted to build that in. So if their region wasn't supported with the API system for public data, then they could do that. So there'll be some fraud prevention methods, like doing a video and like holding your bill next to your face or something like that. There's some pretty tried and true fraud prevention methods, but the main focus is to be able to link in the API with Green
Okay.
Button, Utility API, these other public data companies that will actually, with user consent. So I want to collect your data. I'm like, Jenna, do you consent to me collecting your data? You're like, yes. And then I collect the data and I can go back. I can set a baseline for the last 3 years, how much water you use every month. And then, every month that you show a reduction, you'll get rewarded. Simple as that.
Okay. Okay.
You buy a water machine, you'll get another airdrop, and then every month you'll get an airdrop for how much water you create.
Okay.
So there's a lot of incentives in that um, to create these tokens. So then the tokens can then be swapped for NXS, so you can offload them, you can cash out, um,
Okay.
you can burn them for other reasons, um, or you can trade them on carbon credit marketplace. So I don't know if you've heard of Centigrade.
No,
They
I
are
haven't.
they are a carbon credit marketplace built on the XRPL, X Ripple sustainability lead. I'm probably butchering that title, but there was an X Ripple employee that was working on carbon credits and sustainability.
Oh, I see an article here. I'm trying to bring it up if it'll let me. From Ripple. Okay, yeah, here. Let me see. Let me get this pulled up for us.
So that is what the hope is, that would be an offlet for the tokens, right? So they're fractionalized carbon credits, for water or renewable energy. So instead of a normal carbon credit is a based on the offsets of a metric ton. Um, so what I've done is pegged it to a kilogram, so 1/1000th of a ton. So each of these are micro water carbon credits. So then those can be, sold fractionally. They can be bundled and sold to corporations and things like that. Yeah. So this is Centigrade. So I've been in a couple presentations, meetings with them recently, and it's a great uh, initiative that they're doing, and yeah, so it's going to be so I don't have to create a whole marketplace for that. The other people are building it, or it gets bridged to other blockchains, EVM compatible, and provided, and traded and swapped, in those ecosystems. But the MPT
Yeah.
token is great because it can be retired. It can be clawed back and then burnt. So that's the thing about a carbon credit. It's only good for 12 months.
Okay.
So after those 12 months, it can be clawed back and retired. So working on, the timeline of, reducing value over the 12 months, monthly, weekly, live, so that, as it reaches the expiration date, it has less value than when it was minted. So that's another awesome feature of the MPTs that is just making this foundation just much more buildable.
I guarantee you're blowing people's minds out there because I'm already learning so much. And I know that a lot of people had no idea that this was even a thing or something that maybe we've heard of, thought of, but didn't even know that was actually in the works. So this is pretty cool. I have a question from one of our awesome audience. I'll be placing my stations in Hillside City. Josh, do the NFTs display dynamic data in xSpectar or are they static but cool 3D objects? Thanks.
Yeah, so for the most part, they are mostly static. They have, some lights and features glowing. You can see the token light come out of the top. So the main thing we're focusing on is the dynamic metadata portion of it. But yeah, we can look into some type of click, push E, I think, for your link tree and stuff like that. I think it was that you could pull up different information so that we can have those probably linked pretty easily to their metadata. So definitely, that's a great um, not use case, but um, um, sorry, great aspect of what they can do. So it's a great feature. Excuse me.
Well, I'm having issues with StreamYard loading things. It's loading very slowly. Um, Laser Focus says, met Josh at XRPL Commons office. He is amazing, solid vision, and great potential of the project. Rock on. That's awesome. Lots of love. I love it. Love the good vibes.
Sweet.
Cool. Okay, so we have the collection, guys. I just want to share this again. If you're just hopping on, we have Josh here from Nexus Water. We've been talking all about water usage on the blockchain and specifically the XRPL and how he's doing this and giving back. So awesome, awesome project. I definitely want you to go check out on xrp.cafe the NFT collection because you will get rewards from holding this. And if you, let me see, the mint price right now is 18 XRP. There are this is a quick recap, 5 different tiers. Josh, what are they? Common, rare, we have
Yeah.
uncommon,
Common,
legendary,
uncommon,
epic.
rare. Yeah, that's it. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary.
Yeah, I'm pulling back up. These are so cool. I'm excited about it. And let me see all that. If I can bring it back up, it's being very, very slow, and I don't know why. But Josh, tell me before we close it off here. And guys, if you have any questions for Josh, drop them in the chat right now. Because if you have questions, he's in the hot seat right now. This is your time. Your time to ask all of
AMA.
the things. Yes, exactly, exactly.
Try to
So
poke some holes in it. I dare you. No, I'm just kidding.
poke holes in. Let's see if it leaks.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, so your vision, where do you see your project within the next 5 years? Like, where do you see things?
5 years. Yeah. So I've actually
Give me
got
5 year.
to put together, a 2030 and a 2050 roadmap actually. So this
Okay,
is a
let me
long
hear some
drawn
of
out.
this too, because I want to hear by 2050 some of the like biggest things that we could see.
Wow. I mean, it's absolutely massive. So I mean, a global scale of water reduction, water conservation, water generation, humanitarian aid funding. I mean, there's so many. Um, I mean, it's amazing. So let me start with the next 5 years. So we're looking at partnering
Yeah.
with NGOs and bringing in humanitarian aid for that. carbon credit marketplace, but being a very innovative way to um, uh, raise funds, do it, in a fun way. Gamification brings fun and, competitive nature to a project. So be able to do that, create a community, create engagement for higher retention. There's a lot of these, um, buzzwords and marketing, strategies. But at the end of the day, I want to make something fun, something that's cool that I would use, that I would be excited by. I mean, I was looking at the floor. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's such a good deal, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm myself sold, and that's probably a good sign. So, um, I am a OG NFT collector and have the OG collections, and have been obviously been following xSpectar since uh, before it was even live. So it's just getting excited about that. What it brings to the ecosystem. It shows a true utility on the XRPL. We're showcasing what this technology can do, and we're doing it in a fun way. Because we want to shout from the mountaintop. What the XRP ledger is capable of, and that's what it's about. And what better way to do it than like inside a metaverse or in a little game. So yeah, so sorry for the website's down. I actually just tore it down and upload it. Gonna and building a new one. Just commissioned that, so that will be
Okay.
coming up soon. And so do forgive me for that, but you can probably follow the most up to date information on Nexus Water underscore XRPL on X. Also, my LinkedIn, Josh Walter, is I keep it very professional. I'm represented in a couple consultancy groups and working with nonprofit organizations as well. So there's a lot of really good stuff going on behind the scenes as well.
And you got someone who's fully doxxed right here, and mad respect for that. We don't talk to avatars anymore.
Yeah, come stop by the showroom in Hawaii, or yeah, hit me up. Yeah, so that's another thing I wanted to kind of plug this in here, see what you think.
Okay.
So I've been a big fan of XRPL IRL events, Vegas and Swell and Singapore, all this really cool stuff. Um, so I've been a fan of doing retreats and that sort of thing. So I wanted to bridge the XRPL with Hawaii, really get to showcase, XRPL, but do so in an R&R way,
Mhm.
fun, relaxing, some cool excursions, go surfing, jeeping, zip
Yes.
lining, scuba diving, camping, hiking. I mean, the list goes on and on. Do some fun workshops. Listen to some influencers speak. Hear some updates from XRPL community. Maybe do some meditation. AI or something fun, and then hit the beach. And just really get to network and get to know people on a more intimate level, in a retreat aspect. So think Swell or XRPL Vegas, but in Hawaii. A more
I
chill
love
vibe.
that idea. I think that would be an amazing vibe and probably one of the best places where you could hold that. I'm down. Do you need to be an NFT holder? Will you need to be an NFT holder for this, or anybody just buying a ticket?
That's actually a great question, because I've actually was just talking about that with somebody. So there will definitely be some perks and discounts for being an NFT holder and things
Okay.
like that. But yeah, you're definitely invited. We'll get you out there. So you can look it up. It's called Turtle Bay. That's on the North Shore of Hawaii, like right straight in the surf region. Um, yeah, Turtle Bay, Oahu, North Shore. But it's an awesome place. They do a lot of really cool events there. Yeah, it's amazing. So I really want to share that with the XRPL community. The XRPL community has been so foundational in what I'm building and my path. So I wanted to invite everybody to Hawaii and be able to share that. But yeah, it's crazy. Um,
Guys, really freaking pretty. We're down. I speak on behalf of the XRP community because they said I could today, and we're down. We're
okay,
down
good,
for
good,
this.
good.
Yeah, we're all excited.
Well, we'll get
Very,
you,
very cool.
yeah, we'll get this going and get you out there as a speaker and fly you out and stuff like that. So
I
we'll
love
we'll
that.
we'll, we'll get it
Uh,
figured out.
Before you head out, M Ninja, he says, "What is the best wallet to hold XRPL NFTs? What's your favorite?" I go with Zaman.
Yeah, definitely Zaman for sure. So
It's our go-to.
Not a whole lot of options right now, but I do see a lot of, I hear whispers and rumors about Zaman and all the new functionalities and what they're going to come out with real soon. So definitely Zaman, and to be able to integrate what I've heard, integrating the EVM sidechain and being able to tap into that, that's going to be huge. One wallet,
Mhm.
for all of that, instead of having to connect a MetaMask and a Zaman wallet for your XRPL mainnet, XRPL EVM sidechain uh, exploration. To be able to do that all on the Zaman app is going to be just game changing. So, like I said, it's a ticking time bomb. The XRPL liquidity, TVL to come on to mainnet. Um, it's just a matter of time. So with these tools, people building these things, that's just gonna further open those floodgates onto the XRPL. So that's what I'm looking forward to and excited about. I think it's going to be a really really good Christmas. This is not financial advice, but I have a good feeling.
I love that. I love that so much. Guys, make sure you are following Nexus Water on X at @NexusWater_XRPL. All of the links are posted there with the link tree. The NFT collection is on there. It is at xrp.cafe. Make sure you read all the fun details about that because this actually runs pretty deep. I don't know if that was a pun or not because it's water, but hey, this is an awesome project. I love the humanitarian efforts. Josh, thank you so much for coming on today to talk about it. I appreciate your time.
Of course, no, thank you for allowing me to talk about my passions and
Sure.
my plans and what I'm building. Yeah, no, this is great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. It's what it's all about. And definitely, I would love to have you back anytime with any updates, cool new things, anything you want to share. Please, by all means, come out and hang out. Um, Stephanie, yes, you are a little late, but better late than never. We still love you. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you, Josh.
All right, thank you.